Hello, students. I wanted to give you a brief update on the Chromebooks and how we will be using them throughout the school year. This presentation is offered to us through Edina Public Schools, and I will update you on different things that we will use throughout the year. Our Chromebooks are a tool versus a toy. We do not use these for gaming, activities, Fortnite, whatever that would be. These are used for educational tools, and we need to be very respectful of that and use them for educational purposes only. The touchpad is something that if you're new to Chromebooks, you will need to get used to this. I have a couple screens open, so I apologize for this, but wanted to just make sure that we got you the information that you needed. This touchpad is the mouse pad, some of you may call it, that you use as you are scrolling throughout your screen. I use to click, you just need to press down. To right click, you need to, like you're used to on the mouse, you need to use 2 fingers and be firm when you press down. To scroll, you will hear me say things like, do the little rabbit foo-foo, or little bunny foo-foo, where you scroll down with 2 fingers. And drag and drop is something that's different, where you drag and drop, you split your fingers as you go. So we will work on that as we move farther along. Next, we have our waffle and the hot dog. Those are 2 things that I will ask you to get to at many times. Let's say I have a new tab up here. I have a split screen, so I apologize for everything that's open, but I just want to use that as a resource for you. This is the waffle right up here. If we click on that, that shows us all of the apps that are available to us in Google Apps. Also, there are times I will ask you to go over to the hot dog, or sometimes I'm so random, I might say the hamburger. Sometimes it's a 3 dot, and that is a menu of where you can get these things, which are called extensions, and we have different settings there. So sometimes we'll have you go to the hot dog, sometimes we'll ask you to go to the waffle. So make sure you're listening for that. Next, we have Google. Google Drive is something that we will use many times while we are on our Chromebooks. I use Google almost for everything, it feels like. I'm splitting my screen, so this is just a little bit easier for you guys to see. These are all called Google Apps. Google Drive is part of that. Google Docs is our blue tab. We have Google Presentations. We have Google Spreadsheets, lots of different things. So we will be using all of these different forms throughout the year. Next, we have what we call the Omnibox. Your Omnibox looks like this. Mine will look a little bit different. When you are working, I will say go to the Omnibox. For me, sometimes it has the microscope, or what is that called? The magnifying glass. Sometimes it has a lock. So let's say I want you to go to typingclub.com. When you type in, you can type in a web address. You can do a search up in the Omnibox. You don't want to put passwords and things like that in there. So that is what we will call the Omnibox. The tabs are what's open at the top of your screen. I tend to have a lot of tabs open because I teach 6 different grade levels. So those are tabs. When I ask you to go to a new tab, for me, I go to the plus. For you guys, you will go to the parallelogram in the right corner of your screen. Um, Extensions are these little apps that are at the top of your screen. Please do not add extensions without permission. Those are special tools that we can use for us to do cool things within Google, but I want to make sure that you only use extensions with permission. So if we look at, I want to present this, at this toolbar at the top of our screen, actually, I want to get down here. This, how do I get rid of that? Sorry about that. You know what? I'm going to come back to it. Another screen that I want to help you be aware of, these are all buttons that are at the top of your keyboard. We have the Go to Previous button arrow. These aren't on my Apple computer. They're only on Chromebooks. Go to the next page button. Reload. That is a button that we will use quite often. Open the current page to full screen. That is a button you can push at times. Switch to the next window. Decrease screen brightness. If you turn down or increase your screen brightness, please make sure that you turn it back to the way it was set before you got there. Another button that you will use often is either the mute or the decrease volume. We want to make sure we use those at different times. And there's one more button, increase or decrease volume. My little toolbar keeps coming up. So make sure that you know the buttons at the top of your Chromebook. Bookmarking, these are my bookmarks, and I will show you how to do that. To make a bookmark, we click on the bookmark tab, which is bookmark this page, and then you want to give it a name of some sort. And I put it up in the bookmarks bar, and then I can push done. And for me, that actually went way down to the bottom of my bookmarks, but hopefully you don't have a lot of bookmarks and it'll go towards the top. So that is something that we will use throughout the year. Next, we have clicking on the home button. That will take you back to the home screen. There are times when you need to get back to Rapid Identity and all your apps, and to do that, you will click on this folder, isd728.org, and go to My Portal, and that will take you to your Rapid Identity homepage. So that is a button that you will use quite often. Alrighty. Next, we have the screenshot. We won't use that very often, but if there's a time when we need to take a screenshot, that will be up in your buttons on the top of your page. Signing off, that is very important as we use Chromebooks and as we share them with our classmates. To sign out of your Chromebook, please make sure that when you sign out, you go to the icon in the bottom corner. I want this to go away, and it is not quite yet. You will click on the bottom right icon, and you will sign out. Closing your computer does not log you out. Neither does just shutting your device or turning off the power button. You need to go up and sign out. We look forward to using Chromebooks with you throughout the year. Please make sure to follow your teacher's instruction, and this will be a great year of working together. Have a great day.